Good evening, everybody. This is Manjunath Badgi. I welcome you all to Lake Yavasha Academy, Vijayanagar, Bangalore. In this video, I will be solving all the mental ability questions from 2018 UPSC prelims. So, let's see one by one. The first one is like this. Consider the following three-dimensional figure. Okay. Here, the question is, how many triangles does the above figure have, right? So in this figure, how many triangles are there? The options are 18, 20, 22 and 24, right? Here, how to count the number of triangles in this figure? Three-dimensional, this is three-dimensional figure. You cannot see all the triangles here directly, right? Now, see, the thing is the method to count the number of triangles, okay? In the front, you can easily count triangles like this here. Those triangles which are marked by the dark lines, they are all the triangles on the front. Okay. So this is one triangle. This is two. This is third one. Okay. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and below 2, 9, 10. All these are on the front. So how many you got? 10 triangles you got. Okay, same 10 you will get on the back side. So the total number here is 20. This is how we can easily count all these triangles. The second option, 20, is the correct answer. Okay, so moving on to the next problem, the second one. The second problem is on missing numbers. Okay, so here he has used the dot, and we will have to find the digit that comes in place of that dot. Okay, so here it is better you go by the options. Okay, so in place of dot, if I go by the last option is how much? 8. Okay, if I go by the last option, I can write 8 plus 18. It is better you write one below the other like this instead of writing in the horizontal order. Okay, in the horizontal way. Now plus 2 dot means 2 8 plus dot 3 means in place of dot we are writing 8 plus dot 1 means 8 1, and if you add all these things you will get 2 1 dot means 2 1 8. Okay, after writing it like this, check the total. 8 8 8 24, 27, 28, 2 carry 10, 18, 20, 21. So everything is all right. Therefore, the last option 8 is the correct answer. Okay. So moving on to the third one. The third problem is on missing numbers. The third one. This is series A 2018 UPSC prelims. CSAT paper number 2, series A. Okay. Moving on to the third one. 864 864 864 has given 6. How can we obtain 6 from 8, 6 and 4? See here, add these two. 8 plus 4 is 12. 8 plus 4 is 12. 12 minus 6 is 6. This is how we can get. Okay. Then check the same logic in the next one. check whether the same logic holds good here also or not. Okay, so 10 plus 6, 16, 16 minus 5, meaning the middle number should be subtracted and the last number, first and the last, should be added. 10 plus 6, 16, 16 minus 5, 11. Here we developed the logic. Here we got that logic confirmed. Now let us use the same logic in the last. Before that, you can check the logic in the third as well. Here is the question mark. Okay, so let's see whether here also the same logic holds good or not. 15 plus 8, 23, 23 minus 7 gives you 16. 13 plus 8 is 21, 21 minus 4 gives you the final answer 17. So the last option 17 is the, first option 17 is the correct answer. Exactly. Here you will have to add the first and the last, and the second should be subtracted. Okay, this is the logic used. Now moving on to the fourth problem. Let's see the fourth one. The fourth one is on finding out the number of diagonals. Finding out the number of the diagonals. How to find out the number of diagonals in a polygon? In a polygon. How to find out the number of diagonals in a polygon? Polygon means many-sided figure. Okay. Here I will give you one simple formula to find out the number of triangles. This is the formula to find out the number of triangles. N stands for the number of sides. N stands for the number of sides. Okay. So how many diagonals can be drawn by joining the vertices of an octagon? What do you mean by oct? Oct means 8. Okay. Myth means 1. Ith means 2 or by. Okay. Tri means 3. Prop. But or quad means 4. Okay. Pent means 5. Hex is 6. Hept 7. Oct 8. Non 9. Dec 10. Hexadecimal, sometimes he uses this hexadecimal, means hex means 6, dec means 10. So 6 plus 10, it is 16. Okay. So this is the formula to find out the number of diagonals. Okay. If you take a square, okay, how many sides are there? 4 sides are there, right? So n will take 4. N will take 4. So if you take n as 4, 4 into 4 minus 3 is 1, divide by 2, 2 ones are 2, 2s are 2, 1s are 2. How many diagonals you can draw? Only 2. Of course, you can draw 2 triangles. So 2 diagonals, 1, 2. These are the only 2 diagonals that can be drawn, right? If you take triangle, okay. So here we have got 3 sides, n is 3. If you substitute the value of n as 3, 3, 3 minus 3 by 2. 3 into 0 by 2, 0 by 2, 0, meaning you cannot draw even one diagonal in a triangle. Okay, so this is how we can get the formula confirmed. So it is confirmed like the formula is, of course, n minus 3 by 2. And he is talking about an octagon. Oct means 8, 8-sided figure. So n will take 8. N will take 8. So 8, 8 minus 3 by 2. 2 ones are 2 fours are 4 into 5 gives you the final answer 20. So first option 20 is the correct answer. How many diagonals can be drawn by joining the vertices of an octagon? 20 diagonals we can draw. So this is the trick of the trade in this problem, right? So moving on to the next one. Let's see the sixth problem. The sixth problem is on trains. problems on trains. It is the problem on trains. Okay. Now I'll be giving you the formula to find out, sorry, to solve any problem on this topic, trains. Take down the formula. This is the formula. The time taken to cross the object. The time taken to cross the object is equal to the time taken to cross the object is equal to the length of the train plus the length of the object into 1 hour into 60 minutes into 60 seconds divided by speed in terms of thousands. This is the formula using which we can solve any problem on trains. This is the master formula, right? Now let's see how to solve the current problem using this formula. Okay, a train 200 meters long is moving at the rate of 40 km per hour. In how many seconds will it cross a man standing near the railway line? Okay, here the object to be crossed is standing man, and the question asked is in how many seconds the train will cross that standing man. So the question mark is on the left hand side. And soon after seeing this word seconds, what we must write? 1 hour, 60 minutes, 60 seconds. Soon after seeing this word seconds, we must write 1 hour, 60 minutes into 60 seconds. If you see here in how many minutes, then what should be written? You write only here 1 hour and 60 minutes. So what will come here in this spot depends on the word used here. Okay. Now coming to this part, train length plus object length. Train length is given, the train length is 200-meter long train. Okay. Plus object length. Here the object to be crossed is a standing man. Standing man doesn't have any length. Man has got only the height. Exactly. So examples, telegraph post doesn't carry any length. It has got only the height. Man has got only the height. What else? A milestone. Milestone has also got only the height and no length. Even the tree. And these are the only examples for not having length. Right? So 200 plus 0 gives you 200 only. You don't have to write it plus 0. Okay, now coming to the denominator part, speed in terms of thousands. So with what speed the train is running? 40 km per hour speed. So write 40,000 here. 40 kilo, 40,000. Kilo means 1,000. Wherever we come across the word kilo, replace it by the word 1,000. Right? Now start cancellation. How many zeros you can cancel? 4 zeros you can straight away cancel. 4 zeros in the denominator, 4 zeros in the numerator. 2 ones are, 2 twos are, 2 ones are, 2 threes are, 3 and 6. We are left out with only two numbers in the numerator, 3 and 6. 3 into 6 gives us 18. 18 seconds is the final answer. The last option, 18, is the correct answer. Okay. So you can be asked questions on the time taken to cross the object, or you can be asked to find out the length of the train, or the length of the object, or the speed. Out of these four, one will be asked and three will be given. So this is about everything about trains. That is problem number 6. Moving on to the next one, 22nd problem. Let's see 22nd. Problem number 22nd. Second problem is on coding and decoding. If problem number 22nd, if Ramon is coded as 1 2 3 4 5, Dinesh, and Dinesh as 675849. Then Hammam will be written as. We want the code for Hammam, right? Now, this is one of the easiest problems on this topic. See here, you don't have to use any logical mind here. Okay. These are straight away the codes. See here, n is 5, n is 5. Here also n is 5. So wherever you come across n, straight away write 5. That's the meaning. Okay, we want the code for h. Here is h. H is 9. H will take straight away 9. A is here 2. So A is 2. Here also we have got A. Here also 2. And now let us concentrate on only M. We want only M. M is 3 here. Here also M3. Here also M3. And this is the final answer. 9, 2, 3, 2, 3. The options are 9, 2, 2, 3, 3, 9, 2, 3, 2, 3. Second option is the correct answer. Second option 9, 2, 3, 2, 3. So according to me, this is the simplest problem in this question paper. This is from coding and decoding. Okay. Now moving on to the 41st problem. Let's see the 41st. Problem is on 41st problem is on percentages. Okay, a student has to get 40% marks to pass in an examination. Suppose he gets 30 marks and fails by 30 marks. Then what are the maximum marks in the examination? Okay, to pass he needs 40% of the marks, right? But how much he has scored? He has already scored 30 marks and fails by 30 marks. He is short of 30. What's the meaning? Had he got 30 more, he would have passed. That's the meaning. Hypothetical situation. He has not scored 30 more marks and he has not passed. Right? That is actual. Had he scored 30 more marks, he would have passed. It only means if his total was 60, we can declare that he has passed. Meaning, to pass we want 40%, to pass we want 60 marks. So 40% means 60. We want the maximum is always 100% in case of percentages. So 100% means how much? Always question mark on the right hand side. First one always in the denominator, rest in the numerator. Cancel them to get the final answer. Percentage can be striked out. 0 can be striked out. 4 ones are 4, 25s are 25 into 6 will give you the final answer 150. So third option 150 is the final answer. Okay. So if you don't want this kind of calculations, we can do it in the mind also like this by following this method. 40% means 60. 40% means 60. Half of 40%, 20% means half of 60, 30. Total 100%, total 150. So 100% means 150. In this way also we can solve this problem. This is a problem of percentages, right? Next, 42nd problem. 19 boys. This is the problem on extra innings. What is the meaning of this extra innings? So in this, whatever we get extra, that's the answer. That is why the name extra innings. Okay. So how many are there in all? In all, there are 19 students. Okay, 19 boys turn out for playing hockey. Of these, 11 are wearing hockey shirts and 14 are wearing hockey pants. There are no boys without shirts and or pants. What is the number of boys wearing full uniform? So in all there are 90. How many are wearing shirt? 11 are wearing shirts. How many are wearing hockey pants? 14 are wearing hockey pants. Total it is showing us 25, but in reality there are only 19. How much extra it is showing? It is showing 6 extra, and whatever we get extra, that's the answer. That is why the name extra innings. Therefore, straight away the third option 6 is the correct answer. There are only 19, but it is showing us 25. Obviously 6 is extra. Extra means the answer. There are 6 boys who are wearing full uniform. That's the meaning. Moving on to the 43rd problem, number 43. And see here, 43, we have got 6 items here, meaning 6 problems have been asked on the same. 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48. Okay. 6 questions have been asked on this information. Okay. Now, I have categorized this problem into tables. What do you mean by tables? You will have to interpret all this given data and come out with a table. And only after getting ready with the table, we can answer all the questions asked on that table. Okay. So A, B, C, D. And one more important thing, there are only 4 A, B, C, D. A, B, C, D. We have only 4, and he has asked 6 questions. On 4 students, he has asked 6 questions. 6 questions meaning 15 marks. It's a jackpot. Okay, we should never leave such problems in the examination hall. The only reason being, if a problem on train comes and if you leave it, only train will go. But here, if you leave a problem on tables, as many as 6 will go straight away. So the riskiest topic, tables. Okay. And once the table is ready, we can answer almost all the questions. I mean, almost all the 6 questions in hardly 10 to 15 seconds. So, whatever you get time to solve 6 questions, all that time should be invested on coming out with that table. Once the table is ready, the job is done. Now, let's see how to create a table. Okay. First, let us read the problem once. A, B, C, and D are students. They are studying in 4 different cities. They are studying in 4 different cities, P, Q, R, and S. Not necessarily in that order, that is understood in fact. They are studying in Science College, Arts College, Commerce College, Engineering, and Engineering College. Of course, not necessarily in that order. And even if he doesn't give those words in the bracket, it is always understood. Not necessarily in that order is always understood. Okay. Which are situated in 4 different states, Gujarat, Rajasthan, Assam, and Kerala. So here we have got 4 students, ABCD, and 4 states, and the cities in those states, and the colleges that they are studying in. Okay. So we will have to manage here 4 different characters, right? So one is the names ABCD, and then the states, and then the cities and the colleges that they are studying in. So come out with a table like this. Once the table is ready, we can answer all the questions within no time. Okay. Now I'll be reading the informations. The first information. Okay. All this is called data, and we will have to interpret it to come out with a table. The table should be kept simple. It should be complete. No cell should be left blank. Okay. It should act as ready-made food. Okay. Now start reading the information. So D is studying in Assam. Okay. Where is D? D is here. He is studying in Assam. That is the end of the first information. Now read the second information. Arts college is located in city yes, which is in Rajasthan. So in Rajasthan, we have city yes, right? And in that city, which college is located? Arts college. So all these three should come hand in hand, meaning all the three should appear in the same column. But we are confused as to where we must write all this information, whether to write under A or under B or under C. When you get confused, okay, write them separately like this. Okay. Now moving on to the next one. A is studying in Commerce College. A is confirmed. A confirmed Commerce College. Right. Next, B is studying in city Q. B is confirmed. He is studying in city Q. Next, Science College is located in Kerala. Can you write it anywhere here? We don't know where to write Kerala and where to write Science. So write it separately like this. Kerala, and under Kerala we must have Science. Right? These are the additional two informations. Now, using this, we will have to complete the table. Okay. Here you will have to do a smart work, come out with different logics, right? See here, in a single column, we must have Rajasthan, yes, and Arts College. Can you write it under A? No, because already commerce is fixed there. Can you replace it by arts? No. Moving on to B. If you concentrate on B, can you write yes here because Q is already there? If you look at D, can you write Rajasthan there under D? No, Assam is already written there. Meaning all these additional information should appear under C only, right? So under C, I am going to write all these things. Rajasthan, yes city, and then Arts College. I hope till here it's clear. Now, concentrate on the next additional information. In Kerala, Science College is located, right? In Kerala. Okay. So here to write Kerala, we have only two options A and B because C and D, Rajasthan, Assam is already over. For Kerala, we have got only two options A or B. If you write under A, then do you have space to write Science here? Commerce is already fixed there. Therefore, you will be forced to write Kerala under B, and in the same column you will have to write Science. Kerala Science, right? Now all the informations are over, but still we are left out with some blank cells, right? Now go to the informations. See here, which are the four states? Gujarat, Rajasthan, Assam and Kerala. Kerala, Rajasthan, Assam is already over. We are left with only Gujarat, and that will automatically come here. This is how you will have to do the smart work and fill up all the remaining cells, right? Now coming to the colleges. Commerce college is already over. Science college is also over. Arts is also over. The only left out college is engineering college, that will come here. Now coming to the cities. PQRS, these are the four cities. Q and S are already there. We are left with only P and R. We don't know whether P comes here or there. Okay, so we don't have information. If he asks you questions on these things, we will have to mark, okay, either P or R. Option will be given like this only, either P or R. Otherwise, he can give you insufficient data. Both are correct. Is that clear? If he asks you questions like this, in which city A studies, okay, he can give you options P, Q, R, either P or R. P or R, that is correct. Okay, we don't have sufficient information to fill up these two cells, right? This is the end of this problem. Now we can answer all the questions asked on this table. Okay. Now I will start reading the questions. The first one, 43rd question. A is studying in. A is studying in, meaning concentrate only on the first column. A is studying in Rajasthan. Wrong. Gujarat. Yes, correct. That is the correct answer. So 43rd, the correct answer is B, Gujarat. A is of course studying in Gujarat. Next, 44th one. 44th one. Science College is located in. Here is science. Science College is located in. Okay. Option City Q. Yes, that's the correct answer. 44th. The answer is A, City Q. Science College is of course located in City Q. Moving on to the 45th question on the same data on the same table. 45th, C is studying in. C is here. Okay, C is studying in Science College. First option. Wrong. He is studying in Arts College. C is studying in Rajasthan. Yes, that's correct. C is studying in Rajasthan. So B is the correct answer. B, Rajasthan. That's the correct answer. Right? C is of course studying in Rajasthan. Moving on to the next one. Which one of the following statements is correct? We will have to check which one of the following is correct. D is not studying in city. Yes. Concentrate on D. He is not studying in city. Yes. Of course, he is not studying in city. Yes. City. Yes. Who is studying? C is studying, not D. That's the correct. So 46th one, the very first option is correct also. D is not studying in city. Yes. Moving on to the 47th problem. Which one of the following statements is correct regarding engineering college? Concentrate only on engineering college. Here is an engineering college. Okay. C is studying there. Engineering college. No. C is studying in arts college. C is not studying in engineering college. That's wrong. Second option. B is studying there. No, B is studying in science college. Third option, it is located in Gujarat. Engineering college is located in Gujarat. No. Commerce college is located in Gujarat. Last option, D is studying there. Of course, D is studying in engineering college. Everything is all right. So, question number 47. Question number 47. The correct answer is D. Last option. D is studying there in engineering college. Who is studying? D is studying. Everything is all right. Moving on to the last question on this 48th one. 48th one. Which one of the following statements is correct? Okay, out of these four statements, which one of the following is correct? Engineering college is located in Assam. Engineering college is, of course, located in Assam. That's the correct answer. So 48. A. This is how, and I think all the six are wrong, right? So this is how we can answer all the questions following the table. So this kind of problems we should never ever leave. Okay. So this table carries 15 marks with it. Okay. So this is very crucial problem. Okay. So if you are not yet subscribed to my channel, subscribe my channel and don't forget to press the bell button to get notified, and I'll be coming out with some more videos. Okay, so I don't it doesn't look prudent to solve all the problems in just one video, so that's the reason why I'm closing. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you one and all.